Oh, Brian here, Spontaneous Creations. What I got in front of you tonight is a 12 by 12 canvas. I do have it on my spinner. The toy I am using is my tulip cup. You know, this tulip cup is 3D printed. I 3D printed this. My brother came out or designed it. I 3D printed it. This was the inspiration for it. The clear plastic, I think they're called a parfait cup, but they're kind of weak. Break them. These ones are not weak. Can't break them. To get them to print better, we did put these these lines in here, which split it up into 6 compartments. Now, last time I did this painting, actually I did this painting with it. I'm sorry about the glare. Tilt it back this way, maybe. Anyway, I did fill these compartments with a little bit of paint. I'm not going to do that on this one. And I spun it. I used way too much paint, spun it out, so the petals kind of were gone, but the center ended up really nice. But we're going to try to use less paint this time, not spin it as hard, and not put any in these center holes. But I am going to start with the base layer of white. This is my Creative Inspirations white. Oh, there's a good sized booger in there. Whoa, that was really good sized booger. Put some of that on there, and we're going to spin that out. Is that making you dizzy? Is that messing you up? Found a booger in there anyway. Get that out. Sorry, but we're gonna whip it. All right, quit playing with it and just spread it out. Just a base layer to make the paint move better once I get some other colors on there. I'm just going to whip that again a little bit, and hit it with a torch. Come on, torch. My torch is being bad. I gotta back up. Just in case there was any bubbles in there. A little something there. Alright. So I'm not gonna use that white one. We're gonna put a red one on there just because. Try to get that right in the middle. And the paints I'm using today. These are all Pirage Posse paints. Christina Welsh sells these. Her YouTube channel is Christina Welsh Art. Her Facebook group is Pirage Posse. and contact her on either one of those places, and you can pick up some of these paints. She sells them in pre-mixed form, or she sells just the pigments. I believe they're still $8.50 a jar. Sorry, didn't mean to move you there. She has a bunch, I think 33 different colors right now, and they're all really nice. So what I'm using tonight are named Garage Posse paints. I'm going to use the Brian's Annoying Green, the Allen's Red, the Christina's Laguna, the Nate's Stormy Weather, and the Victoria's Muscadine Wine. Now again, these are all Garage Posse paints. This just happens to be what's sitting here. Garage Posse paint. This one's military green shimmer. Now I do add silicone, and she does. She will sell it to you with silicone or without. I do add silicone to all of my paints. 9 drops of silicone to 12 ounces of paint is what I use. Or 12 ounces, a 12-ounce bottle. I mix up a 12-ounce bottle, and then I add 9 drops of, this is treadmill silicone. I should have it right here. Spot on treadmill silicone. Belt lubricant. It's silicone. Anyway, I'm going to leave this sit for a minute. I'll be right back. Back. Sorry, I had to take a little break there. My back hurts sometimes. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to start with some Allen's Red on here. Now remember, I didn't put any in the cup. I guess you don't have to remember. You just watch me do it all. Anyway, throw some Allen's Red on there. And then I'm going to go with some Nate's Stormy Weather. What do you think? The green or the yellow? Brian's Annoying Green. Christina's Laguna. And we go with Victoria's Muscadine Wine. A little bit more of that maybe. But that brings me back to Allen's Red on top of the wine, so I'm not sure about that. Let's go ahead, go for it though. Not that I know anything about color mixing, obviously. Nate's Stormy Weather. Brian's Annoying Green. Christina's Laguna. Victoria's Muscadine Wine. I wonder why this is doing that over there. Kind of weird. I like this muscadine wine. Let that spread out, flow down, Or should I do one more round, or is that enough? It's hard for me because I always use too much paint. And I know there's formulas that tell you how much paint you got to use, but putting it on like this, you can't measure. We're gonna do one more round. So Allen's, Nate's, mine. Yes, I am the Brian and Brian's Annoying Green. Christina, which is the maker of the paint, Christina Welsh, Garage Posse Facebook group, Christina Welsh Art. Make sure you go there and check out her paints and her paintings and all that good stuff. And then Victoria. And I'm not sure who Victoria is. I think it's Christina's sister or sister-in-law, but I'm not sure. I think she calls her Vicky. I could be totally wrong. Oh, look at that big booger. Now that these paints were mixed by me, so those boogers won't come out of any pre-mixed paint that Christina sends you. She does sell the pigments also, and you mix that yourself, and that's what I did, and that's why that booger's there. It's not her product. I mean, it's her colors, her paint, my mix that was messed up there. Just to be clear. Okay. So this is not centered. I wish it was. No, I don't think I'm going to move it just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this. I'm going to see what happens. Lift it up. Cut. And so it's a blue center. And Allen's is in there and all that. I just got paint all over my gloves that I need to use. I don't have a towel anywhere. Anyway, there's that. Now I wonder if I can get this whole thing to move over. Just move over, not drag. And I got the white on there, so I'll see what I can do. Get it all moving together. Maybe I could just spread it out enough to where I can get it centered. I think that's a little better. Okay. So now we're going to do this. And if you notice, the Christina's Laguna and the Nate's really took over. Brian's annoying green isn't so annoying in this one. It's just kind of there a little bit. And of course, the muscadine wine being this center, that should came out. My turntable happens to be stuck to the plastic, so I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to tilt it back to the center, exactly same path, but then change direction. Let it go, and then follow the same exact path back to the center. When it starts stretching the opposite direction, stop, and then change direction. Let it go, and then follow the same exact path straight back to the center. Stops you from getting the wonkies, and then stop when it starts to pull. Stretch the other way. Okay. Now I am going to spin this, but I'm not going to spin it hard. I'm just going to spin it out some. Just going to see what the centrifugal force does. Make sure follow that same path straight back. Now how bad did that one mess it up? Now you could, I'm going to keep going this way, even though I always said snap back to the center and before you change directions, but I think I'm going to be okay. I'm going to do this. Let me throw some white paint on the corners here. And hopefully when I'm going to spin it again, that'll help those corners to pull out. Now I'm using a lot here. Probably way more than I need to, but that's what I'm doing. Let that paint settle down a bit. Want that center moved a little bit before I spin it again. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't have to get it over these corners if I don't want to. It's not a necessity. Maybe I should maybe tilt it a little bit back that way too. So it's a flower. Different than any flower you've ever seen. Looks just like every flower you've ever seen. That's funny. Let's see, what do I want to do? Let's hit it with the torch though, because I do have silicone in them. Maybe something cool will happen. Get some cool speckling of around in there. A little bit. I wish I had my little torch. Not broke. Anyway, that is my new tulip cup with the split insides without using them this time. Flipped. Paints put on it. All Garage Posse paints. These were all named paints. So we're going to say thank you to Nate and Alan and Christina and Victoria and myself for the paint colors. Really Christina's paint colors. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Visit my Etsy shop. It is Spontaneous Brian on Etsy. I'll put all the links below there to get my cups. Check out my tulip cup and prices and such. Thanks for watching. DOG out.